Alright, welcome back to my videos on surface area and volume of three-dimensional figures. This is the second video showing how to find unknown values in a three-dimensional figure, given that we're given either the surface area or the volume. This problem is dealing with a rectangular prism, and we are given that the surface area of this rectangular prism is 304.44 square yards, and we're asked to find the value of n in this problem. Okay, so since we're given rectangular prism and we're given surface area, I know right away to start this problem, that's the formula that we're going to need. So just like in the previous video, I went ahead and I already wrote the formula up. The surface area is equal to 2 times the area of the base. The base is a rectangle, so the rectangular formula is length times width. And then we're adding the perimeter of the base, which is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width, and we're timesing that by the height of the prism. Okay, so in this problem, I see 4 unknown values in the formula. We see surface area, we see length of the base, width of the base, and the height of the overall prism. So just like in the previous example I did in the previous video with a cone, we're going to start with listing all of the information. Okay, so let me go ahead and list out what the surface area is. I find this to be the most organized way to do it. I don't want to leave anything in my brain. I want to write it all down. So I get the surface area is 305.44 square yards. The length, I can go ahead and define, maybe I'll let 8 be the length. So the length is 8. And then if 8 is the length, then 4.6 is going to be the width, because both of those make up the dimensions of that base of the rectangle. And then the last one is our height. The height is what we don't know. That's this one right here. All right, they're calling it n in this problem, so if you want to replace it with n, that is 100% okay. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll say, instead of a question mark, we're going to say let h be n. Okay, this is the piece of information that we're looking for in our problem. So we're going to go ahead and rewrite our formula, but we're going to replace the S, A, L, and W variables in the formula with the values that we are given from our problem. Okay, so surface area is going to change to 305.44 equal to 2 times the length, which is 8, and the width, which is 4.6, plus 2 times 8 plus 2 times 4.6 times n. Okay, because we don't know what h is, the height is, and the problem is telling us to use n for that. So we're going to replace it with n. And if you watched the last video on the cone, you'll see that this is set up almost identically the same way. We're dealing with some number on the left being equal to something plus something times n. What this is a two-step equation, just like last time. So let's go ahead and simplify this piece by piece. Okay, go ahead and simplify this piece by piece. 305.44, we don't do anything to that yet. There's nothing over there to simplify. And then our first term here, we have 2 parentheses 8 times 4.6. We're going to go ahead and do that in the calculator and get a number in its place. 8 times 4.6 parentheses 73.6. That allows us to drop the parentheses and consolidate everything down to a number. And then we're going to do the same thing with the coefficient on the n. So this perimeter, we're going to get 2 times 8 plus 2 times 4.6. And we get 25.2 times n. Okay. All right, now we just need to work our two-step equation steps. I'm going to start with doing the inverse of this 73.6 so I can get rid of it. That's to subtract from both sides, 73.6. The inverse is going to allow me to eliminate those, leaving me with 25.2 times n on the right side. And then in the calculator, 305.44 minus 73.6. I get 231.84. Okay. And then the last thing is I want to get rid of this 25.2. That's done through division because 25.2 and n were being multiplied. We're going to do the opposite of that to get rid of it. 25.2 divided by 25.2 is just 1, so they divide each other away, leaving n. And then on the other side, we are going to put this in the calculator, 231.84 divided by 25.2, 9.2. So the answer to the question in this problem, what is the value of n? N is equal to 9.2 yards, because this problem is using yards. Okay, that's finding the height of a rectangular prism, given that we know the surface area of the rectangular prism itself. Okay, go ahead and check out my next couple videos where I look at doing something similar using volume formulas. Good luck!